What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Lost Daughter ending explained in spoiler review. Now, I really love this movie as Olivia Colman is a true national treasure and was superb in the role of a mother with regrets at middle age. Now, Colman plays Leda, an academic who left her family due to an affair and finding motherhood difficult. She would later see herself in Nina, played by Dakota Johnson, who was surprisingly great. It's based on the book by Eleanor Ferranti and is actually directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, who did a real good job here. The ending of that book is slightly different, and while the movie is largely the same, at the end of the book, Leda's response to the call from her family is the final line in the book. As she says, "I'm dead, but I'm fine," signifying that while she has died due to the wounds, she has accepted what she's done and has overcome her emotional baggage. Now, Leda is an academic, as is her husband, but they not only try to balance a demanding career and trying to have a life while being parents. As a parent myself, it's no cakewalk, with Leda struggling, stressed and desperate not to just be a mother, and takes it out on her daughters. Her daughter ruins a doll and she has rare happy moments, peeling an orange in one go like a snake, as her kids call it. Over the course of the flashbacks, we see that her career starts to explode, while her home life and love life is a disaster, leading her to an affair with a scholar who lords her work. From the conversation with the hikers to this affair, she decides to leave her family. A decision she kinda is upset about, but seemingly doesn't really have the regrets, as the advice she gives to Nina is do the same as what she did. While Colman excels in the present day, Jessie Buckley is superb as the younger Leda. In the present day, she heads to an idyllic Greek island, but this is no Mamma Mia or Shirley Valentine, as her peaceful existence, working and relaxing, is interrupted by a boisterous, seemingly criminal family. She runs into them when they ask her to move so they can be together, and she becomes obsessed with watching the family and recollects her past life when she sees Nina struggle as a mother and a wife. She soon turns from villain to hero as Nina's daughter goes missing, but Leda ends up finding her and reuniting her with her family. Leda would seemingly be on edge the whole movie and finds the girl's doll, which she doesn't return, and it reminds her of the one her daughter had that she ruined and was the source of a bad memory for her. She seemingly wants to fix it up and return it, but it's just weird that she would do this. She's warned off the family by Will, a student who works at the resort, and Leda seemingly has a crush on, him, only for her to catch him indulging in an affair with Nina. This leads to some memories for Leda, and Nina is almost a parallel of her when she was younger. Will would end up asking Leda to use her apartment so he and Nina can continue their affair in a semi-private area, only for Leda to be offended as she was into Will, and she would also have a conversation with Nina later at a market. She is seemingly struggling with motherhood, and her situation is wildly different to Leda's, who found it relatively easy to leave, but with Nina's husband in dodgy dealings and incredibly violent, she says that he would kill her if she tried to leave and found out about the affair. And, the family and husband suspect that Leda is up to something. They find this, and the doll is spotted by Lyle, who works for the family, and there's a general air of tension between Leda and the family. Now, Leda wants Nina to do what she wants, and things come to a crescendo when Nina comes to leave Leda's apartment. She has severe depression, but the doll is spotted, and Nina ends up stabbing her with the hat pin that Leda gave her at the market, leading her to threaten her, and Leda goes to leave, only to crash, and her stab wound looks like it's a lot worse than it was, and she passed out on the beach. Now, it looks like she's died, but she wakes up in the day. She wakes up to a call from her kids, and they wonder if she had died or they're just worried about her, as she peels an orange like a snake. Now, this is important, as this orange thing was called back quite a few times in the movie, and it is seemingly a big thing for her, one of her most happy moments. To me, this signifies that this is her afterlife or her mind racing as she's passed out and dying on the beach. She is very very kind of accepting of what has happened. And if we marry this up with the whole thing that happened at the end of the novel where she says, I'm dead, but I'm fine, it signifies that she's died, but she has come to terms with what has happened. And this holiday, this whole thing with Nina makes her realise that maybe she made the wrong decision and that she kind of has processed what has happened. Maybe she doesn't have some regrets, but she's accepted what has happened and is willing to move on from that trauma, as this emotional baggage really does sit with her as she's been unstable throughout the movie. But let me know what you thought of the ending. That is it for this video. Please drop a like down below. Do subscribe with notifications on if you want more from us. And I'll see you soon, and goodbye.